aren't you?
I'm going to record this for us.
Yeah, let this go down in history.
Yeah. No,
you'll have to get on a plane now and fly across the world, halfway around the world to see us.
I think I'll wait till next year at Texas.
Yeah. Hey, you'll make enough money before then. Don't worry. You'll make enough money and then you can write it off as a tax write-off.
Exactly. We have to come to Texas.
Oh, that's not the issue. Well, yeah, the money is the issue, but there's not enough alcohol on that plane to get me across that water.
Oh, take a couple of sleeping tablets. You'll be here by the time you wake up.
Okay.
It's not that far.
Oh, yeah, what, about 20 hours?
Yeah, that's all.
Hey, I'm a white knuckle flyer. I don't like to fly.
Yes, I kiss the pilot every time he lands the plane. It's it's pretty good.
Is that where you got all your Manatech customers?
Yes, recruit them on the airplane.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Karen does that all the time. She's always telling us how many people she recruits when she's on a plane.
Yeah, I recruited a few people, my old business, on the plane.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And I sold jewelry on the aircraft. They upgraded me to first class. I had this gay guy, steward, who was running around with my brochure, and I sold over $500 worth of jewelry on the plane. It was hilarious.
Get out of here. Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was fun. Lots of things happen on our flights. Flying with me is not boring.
So what kind of jewelry did you sell?
That was when I was in my other company, Amway, with Emma Page, the jewelry. So I first got involved with them through the jewelry. I didn't actually realise that was part of Amway when I got involved, and then I expanded into all the skincare and the vitamins and things like that. So then I ended up concentrating more on the skincare. So yeah,
awesome.
And that's when I grew a really big team.
How long were you in Amway?
8 years.
8?
8 years. She's an old network marketer.
Yeah, I'm quite experienced.
She's got more experience than you and I put together.
I grew quite a big team.
Yes.
I'm very good at getting the people into the team. I have no problems.
I learn a lot off her.
I sit on them and say, "You will sign here now, or else."
She shows me how she puts them on the ground, puts the chair across their neck, and leans over and says, "Sign here."
And then Janine pins them to the floor, and Tom comes over and licks their face.
Licks them to
exactly.
death. Exactly.
And he
You
says,
got
"As you're told, I lick you to death."
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We couldn't get together and not bring you in on it too.
Oh, gosh. Thanks. Hey, we're the mighty trio.
We are. You wouldn't believe it. She's got Fernando thinking about losing some weight.
Oh, yes. I spoke to Fernando a couple of days ago. I contacted him, and I haven't spoken to him for ages because he and I were quite tight. And he didn't get back to me, and I thought, oh, he's upset with me or something. Anyway, I got a message saying, "Sorry, I missed your text. I don't know what happened. I can talk now if you're free." And I missed his, and then I saw it, and I quickly text back, "Oh, I just saw it. I'm free now. Are you?" "Yes." And so I said, "Do I ring you now?" "Yes." So I rang him, and he was in the car. He said, "I'm in the car." When I rang, he said, "Hello, stranger danger." No, he went, "Oh, stranger danger." I said, "No, not stranger, and definitely not danger." And then he said hello, and so we chatted, and he said, "So what have you been up to? Where have you been?" And he said, "I've missed you," and I said, "I've missed you too," or vice versa. And then he said, "Okay, so what's happening? Where have you left? What company have you joined?" And I said, "I've actually joined Manatech," and I said, "That's with Judy." And he said, "Oh yes, I think Judy took a few people over," and I thought, "Oh." And I said, "No." I said, and sorry, Mary. I said, "No, just Mary and I."
And I said, he didn't know Mary had come. I said, I hadn't told Fernando.
And I said, "Oh God, I didn't." So
Wow.
I said, "No, just Mary and I." And he said, "Oh, I thought it was more." I said, "No." And then I said, he said, "So have you signed anyone up?" I said, "Yes, I have actually." And I said, "I know you said to me it's not about the products, but it is actually about the products. I don't agree with you on that." He said, "Oh, you've always said that." I said, "Because it's true. I said, well, how come I couldn't sign anyone up into LifeVantage? I said, I couldn't do it when the product wasn't there for me. And in Australia, we didn't even have what you had in America. So like we were even more restricted here. And I said, and I've signed up 3 people, and I'm about to sign up another 2 or 3 this month because I've got Norrie's brother's potentially going to be a shopper. And I said, and 2 of them were weight loss people. One of them wants to lose 20 kilos. He said, oh, that's what I need to lose. I said, well, then come into the business and sign up, even if you just be a shopper. I said, but I would still tell you to be an associate because you get more benefit. And if you don't want to build the team, that's fine. But at least, you know, use the product that we don't have in LifeVantage. And I said, and you've got me to harass you. And then he just laughed and he said, oh, I love that. I said, well, there you go. I said, so I can be on the phone checking in that you're actually doing it. And I'm a hard taskmaster. And he said, oh, I know. He said, that's what I need. So anyway, we chatted and I said, no, I'm serious. He said, oh, I'm not going to change companies at the moment. I said, well, you don't have to change. You can still come in and do the weight program. You can just stay with LifeVantage. Just come and do this weight loss program. So I don't know how that would go. I said, I mean, we could keep it quiet, like branding that, don't have to see him. Like he knows you don't advertise the products in the company.
He doesn't have to, they don't have to know where he's losing weight or what company he's buying products from.
Exactly.
He doesn't have to tell.
Exactly. So anyway, it is what it is. But
is he thinking about it?
Don't know. He needs to lose the weight. So I said, and your wife might be even happier with you if you lose weight. So we'll see.
You're bad.
Oh, he and I are we're really open with it. Like he said to me about going to church and wants me to go to this church here in Perth. He sent me the details and he asked me about my eyes, and because I've had tears with him and everything. Like we've been through everything, and he's even told me personals about himself and his marriage.
They've got a pretty good relationship.
We're pretty tight.
I'm jealous.
Fernanda and I are actually like that. We're really
So how long do you know him?
When I rang him out of the blue on the internet,
She rings him. They
just
talk
over
on the
a
phone.
year. We talk on the phone all the time.
Yeah.
We would have spoken probably every second or third day religiously for a year.
Was this before LifeVantage?
No, I signed up into LifeVantage the day I spoke to him.
Gotcha.
Geez, he was good. He signed you straight up, eh?
Yeah, I didn't know him doing it because I was looking for something, and he just had this manner about him. And then as I got to know him more and more, he's a very, very, very good teacher, and he's very patient, like incredibly patient, particularly with me. I thought he was very patient with me, and then and very, very kindly. And I think it's his religion as well. He's just very humble man.
Which may be why we don't have the same rapport, because I'm not religious at all. I don't talk God or church or any religion whatsoever.
I don't either with anyone, but he and I usually try not to, even though I've had, this Marshall's trying to recruit me to the Clive Palmer party at the moment, which I'm just about trying to squash him on the head with a hammer.
Okay.
He rang me yesterday, wants me to go to one tomorrow morning.
So when's he buying?
He's ringing me at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Can I buy today?
Could be, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll tell you that in a minute. So anyway, so all that aside, he is religious, and he's very religious, and he was speaking from the angle of with my vision, and because he knows I'm facing total blindness, and he's concerned for me and my welfare, and he just said, because he's the one that inspired me to be vulnerable on Facebook and use my vision to help build a team by inspiring people from my eyesight point of view, because of all the challenge. Like we all have fears, including myself, we all have fears. But he said on top of the fears, you have a disability that holds you back in lots of areas and slows you down, but the brain's there. And he said, so, the fact that you're doing this, the fact that you're hanging in there, the fact that you're actually have a presence and you're growing is a statement to a lot of people out there. And he said, and that is actually going to be your powerful tool, that if people can see you building whilst legally blind, it's like, well,
she can do it.
It's not denying that other people's fears are there, that of course their fears are real, but he's saying what it's telling people is, hey guys, you can actually do this. You've got to be consistent. You've got to stick at it. You've got to take those little steps every day on a consistent, basis. I rang a lady, just for example, I haven't told Judy this. Yesterday, I met a lady on Facebook, and she had lipsticks all over it. Like she had lips. She didn't even have a photo of herself. You couldn't even see her. She sent me a friend request, and then she and I looked at it, and I looked kind of down her profile, and it was just all about lipsticks and that. And I thought, oh, should I not? And she was in Fremantle, Perth, which is like 15 minutes from my house, 20 minutes. And I thought, oh, what the heck, I'll have a go. So I wasn't sure, but I accepted her friend request. And so then I went, hi, and I have a rule that I use people's names. So I said, hi, and I'm looking, going, lipstick, lips. So I'm thinking, I can't say that. So I said, hi, sorry, what is your name? ? And sent it. And she said, my name is Geraldine. Call me Jer. And I'm like, just G-E-R. And I said, hi, Geraldine, or Jer, how are you? Thank you for sending me a friend request. Great to connect with you here on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. Then did nothing about it. 3 weeks went by, and then I kept seeing it. I thought, oh, she's doing everything wrong. So I couldn't help myself. And so I said to her, do you want to talk on Facebook? Want to call each other? She said, sure, why not? I'm in the garden. Call me now. So I called her. She answered, and I said, hi, what are you doing? And she said, oh, I'm in menopause. And so I knew she was in that age range group. And she said, and I said, and you sell lipstick? She said, yeah, I do. I said, yeah, I know. The whole world can see you sell lipsticks. And she said, how's that? I said, because you're telling us all. You've got the name there, and you've got lips, and there's no photo of you. And she said, well, shouldn't I meant to put a photo of myself there? I said, well, yes, because how do I know what you look like? And I said, there's no name. So I couldn't see your name. You had your lipstick thing. And I said, so, you know, if anyone that wasn't wanting lipsticks is going to ignore you. I said, so I basically went through and told her about very briefly, touched on the no like trust factor. And she said, what's that? And I told her. And then I said, you know, how are they going to buy from you if they don't know you? They've got to see your face. They've got to have a little bit about your family, but do it subtly. Don't say your children's names. I went through all the safety factors of Facebook with her. I told her a few changes that are about to happen. She said, how do you know all this? I said, because I've been trained. I said, we're network marketers, right? She said, yes. I said, well, network is what we're doing now. We're networking by communicating. But marketing is how you market yourself online, and it's got about marketing through curiosity and motivational and inspirational, so people are left wanting to come to you and say, so what do you do? No one has to ask you because you've got it all there. Well, long short of the story is, last night late I went back onto Facebook to have a sticky beak, and sure enough, bang, she's got a face. She's taken a thing off her profile, put a face on there. And I also said to her in our talk, I said, and by the way, when you put photos up, make sure you interchange your lipsticks and get close up so people can. And I said, you can do all sorts of interesting things with your lips, and get some close friends to say, love your lip colour. Oh my gosh, what colour is that? ? And I said, and that's not saying that you're selling lipsticks, they're just complimenting you. Some women compliment people on their earrings, and they're not even selling earrings, but they go, I love your earrings. I said, women are very detailed. We look at everything, we scrutinise and we judge. We're actually really naughty and bad, but we do it. Whether we like it or not, we do it. Most women do. I said, some don't, but the majority do. And I said, we judge hair, what they look like, what they're wearing, have they got makeup on? No. Oh, gosh, we're so judgmental, where men just go, yep, whatever, straight through, scroll, look, gone. They might admire a good-looking woman or someone in a bikini top, but otherwise average, they're just straight through. So I said, women scrutinise everything, right down to the last 8-minute things. Shh, Tom, no one. Oh, yes, he is. No, he's here. That's right. So anyway, she changed her photo, and then she wrote this, I had to show it to you, this beautiful thing. She said, I met this lady today on Facebook. She talked to me. She gave me some amazing tips. Hang on. Sorry, Mary.
She's got to let Norrie in. He's just arrived. Tom's going off. Aren't you glad I recorded everything she just said? It's good, eh?
Yeah.
So then I said to her, and then she said to me, it was such a compliment to me, but I was a bit taken aback, because she said, I met this amazing lady today, but she used my name. She said, Janine Wilson. And I'm like, I don't know if she should have done that. Yeah. But anyway, she put Janine Wilson because she's got no idea how to do it. And she said, she taught me all these things, gave me some amazing topics to look at. She used the word topics. And she's gone and implemented everything I told her. And I thought, and then she got all this engagement. You look, because no one's seen her face. So they're all going, you look beautiful. Oh, what a gorgeous lady, beautiful lady, love hearts. She would never have seen that before. And then I went in there and said, you look gorgeous. And I said, love the colour of your lips. What are you wearing? ? To show her the total change. And she had like 6 in front of that before. She's had nothing. So she would have learnt a lot out of that tiny little tweak. But she wrote this big thing beforehand saying, you know, I met this lady. She gave me all these tips. She was so generous with her knowledge. La, la, la. I learned so much. I hope to learn more from her. And I thought, well, there you go. There's the beginning of being able to have a group and bring these people in and just give them the basics. And then if they want more detail, they're going to have to pay you for your knowledge, because your knowledge is powerful. So that was quite interesting to me. I did not know that she was.
Congratulations.
That's
awesome.
But I didn't know she was going to write that. But the thing is that she tweaked just her photo, and she had the lipstick on, and the stream of compliments. And this morning they were still coming in to her page.
Wow.
Brilliant.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So just from her putting her face on there instead of a pair of lips.
I reckon
Well, it's just like I have a friend in Arizona, and she's getting into the cannabis products.
Yes.
She has an online business. She has different companies, like stuff that is made out of hemp, like clothes, even hemp houses, hemp product, cannabis this, cannabis that. And so when she sent me her website, she had this great big old marijuana plant in front of her. She was behind the marijuana plant.
Oh, wow.
Leaves. And she wanted to know what I thought. Don't ask me. I said, get out from behind that damn plant. So she called me. She says, why? Everybody loves my photo. I said, we can't see your face.
No, they are selling CBD in Australia, I think.
But it's illegal to have a plant behind you in a picture. You would be nabbed by the police.
Yeah.
You can't be in a photo with a marijuana plant.
Cops would raid your home.
They will actually come to your house in this country.
Well, she's not grown it. She's got a medical card and everything. But the point is that she had this plant in front of her face, and she was looking between the leaves, I guess. And I said, we need to see her face.
That's fun.
And she says, well, everybody else likes this. And I said, I don't. Now, if you want to attract more people to your website, then get your face out in front, plant a smile on, and just glow.
And also, in other countries, it's illegal. And if she's on Facebook and she's trying to grow a business globally, it's not a good look. Like in this country, should be in trouble. If I did that here, they would be knocking at my door. Well, actually, they wouldn't be knocking. They'd probably just be coming straight through.
Handcuffing you.
Yeah.
You'd be
going, but.
Bye, Janine.
Speaking of jewelry, you'll be handcuffed.
Exactly. It's my new jewelry. Do you like it? So no, that's not a good look at all. And I think in a lot of other countries it wouldn't go down too well. So she's probably right, really.
But anyway.
Well, Norrie's here.
Norrie, come say a quick hi to Mary.
Come say hi, because we'll have to go soon. Hello, Norrie. I haven't said hello to you yet.
Hey, babe.
Hello.
Oh,
hi. Say hello to you too.
Hi, babe. Hi, babe.
I've got a sore neck. I'll have to stand up too. Say hello to Mary.
Hi, Mary. Hang on, I'll get down on my knees.
So sit here.
Hi, Norrie.
Sit here.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
We've got the whole team here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Judy's team.
Yeah.
Our team. We're all a team. Yep.
This is Western
We're
Australia.
all a team. Yes.
We're all a team. We all help each other.
Yeah.
I tell you, some days I learn more of her than she teaches me, honestly. Yeah, no, she's great.
Not really. I've got my own opinions, and I've also got, I very much believe it's about being professional and being, like dressing appropriately and not having marijuana plants in your pictures. And
where's the fun in that?
No, we keep them out the back.
We've got to go and get high. We better go. We've got to
go into the marijuana plant.
We should have gone there before we had the Zoom call.
We've got to be sitting here going, hi, Mary.
Mary who? Who are you?
Do we know you? How do we know you? You. It's like
Well,
that.
I got a question for all three of you, especially Nori.
Yes.
Now listen up.
Ooh,
Listen up.
listening.
Okay, before I got shot down yesterday by my boss about
I told you.
sharing that, okay,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I did get a chance on Monday to talk to this gentleman. He's probably in his mid to late 30s. I think he's got 2 kids. He's married. He's got a great job. And he's always complaining how tired he is. He doesn't have the energy. And he has to do this to stay awake and everything else. And I said, well, you know, maybe you need some nutrition. He says, well, my wife and I, and he looks physically fit. He's not overweight. He says, my wife and I don't eat nutritionally. We don't eat healthy.
Mm.
So I told him about, well, we've got a special formulated supplement for men, and it's called Prime 7. And I said, if you want some information, I'll be happy to send it to you.
Mm.
And so I emailed him, and I sent him information about the Prime 7. But I also put in there information about the Premier 7 for the women. And I said, unfortunately, we're out of Manna Bears for the kids, but we'll be coming. So I get an email from him today, and he says, what about Plus? So, Nori,
So he
you're a
went
man.
onto the website, did he? And he saw the plus on the website, did he? Because you didn't tell him about it?
I didn't tell him about it. I sent him the manatech.com.
Sure. That's great.
And
So
I said,
Nori, you're
I
on
said,
plus now?
Yeah, it's in that box. So
Yeah.
it's arrived.
Have you been on it
No.
so far? You haven't
Yes,
started
you
yet?
Oh, yeah, plus, yes.
You
I
are.
have,
Sorry, he
so
doesn't know what it
How long
is.
have you been on it?
A
About
month.
3 weeks.
About
Yeah.
3 weeks?
No,
And
no,
how
a
much
month.
are you taking per day?
2 tablets.
Morning and
2,
lunch.
morning and lunch?
1 morning lunch.
One at lunch, one in the morning, one at lunch is what you
Yeah.
told me.
Yes.
That's what you're meant to be doing.
Yeah.
Is that what
Okay.
you're doing?
Yeah.
Let Mary know. Have you noticed any difference in three odd weeks? It's a bit early and you're
Bit
not
early.
taking very much. So
It's a bit early to say.
too early?
Yeah, it's
No
early.
difference yet?
I don't know, maybe placebo effect. I don't know. Hard to
Have you
say.
noticed you're sleeping any better?
Um,
What were your symptoms beforehand with your sleep? Like, were you waking up in the middle of the night, or couldn't get to sleep in the first place? Or
Yeah, I'd
what
say I'm
problem?
probably sleeping a bit better, yeah.
poor Nori probably regrets walking in on this conversation.
Sorry. Oh, look,
Nori probably regrets walking in on this conversation.
now I was going to say, Mary, that the plus would have been the first thing I would have offered him, because that's what's going to help his hormones build at night time while he's asleep. Our hormones usually build between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. while you're asleep. They're not a hormone, but they actually help your hormones replicate, double, and build. So the plus, and I would have coupled that with the Ambertose. Now, Prime 7, I thought I sent you a video on that. I'm not sure, but I would have had to go onto your website to find it, because we don't have that in Australia. So had you been in Australia, I would have suggested the Ambertose and Plus together. The Ambertose
Well, that's
is,
because you don't have the Prime 7, right?
now,
Yeah,
does
no.
the Prime 7 have all 8 glyconutrients in it?
I do believe it does, because
does?
it's specifically for men.
Good. Well, if it has all 8 glyconutrients in it, then that's great. It can replace the Ambertose, but I would put the Plus in there with it. Definitely. If he can't afford it, then, see, I don't know enough about the Prime 7 to advise you on that. I think I downloaded the information sheet, but in Australia, for energy, for sleep, definitely for sleep. I mean, I used to have a hard time getting to sleep, and I'd wake up around 2 in the morning and couldn't go back to sleep. And now I get a full night's sleep and unbroken, unless I've got to go to the loo. That's the only reason now. And when I go, the good thing about getting up and going to the loo is I can now go back to sleep when I go back to bed. Whereas once upon a time I couldn't. I dread going to the loo. I wouldn't even drink for a couple of hours before I go to bed, because if I woke up in the middle of the night, that's it, end of my sleep. So it's up to you. I mean, and it depends, of course, on his financial situation, but I would definitely add the plus in if he can afford it.
Okay.
So yes, and just like Nori, I would start off.
That both he and his wife could take it, so.
I'm sorry?
He did choose the plus, both he and his wife could be on it
Yes,
together.
exactly. Both of them can be on it. Now,
How about the kids? Can kids be on it?
Not really.
Yes, they can, but why do they need?
Not at their age.
Why aren't they sleeping at such a young age? I mean, what is their?
Well, it's not so much the sleep. It works with their home. Oh,
For their children, they should.
So what problems are they having? The children.
none. I don't think any. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we don't have any mana bears.
Sure. Well, the GI Pro is a great way to start with children. It tastes great.
You don't have mana bears in America?
No, they've stopped them because they're upgrading it. So they're running out. We've still got it so far. But with the children, my grandchildren absolutely love the taste of the GI Pro Balance. It tastes a bit like yogurt, and they can put it straight on their tongue every morning before their brekkie, which will push it through. And it goes into their intestines, and it does absolutely wonderful things. So for a cheap alternative, they can have Ambrotose, but like half of what an adult would have. But if there's nothing wrong with them, the GI Pro is a great way to start them. And the Mana Bears, of course, when you get them back. Yeah.
I got mine. That's all I care.
Beautiful.
No mana bears.
Did you order them?
Yeah, we did.
Well, Janine just opened a box and she's got no Mana Bears. So we will ring today and find out if they've run out. And she's got her receipt here.
I ordered, I can't remember what I ordered. That's all it came.
It could be, I'd have to go on the site. If it's on back order, then they've run out too. So Janine didn't get her Mana Bears today. So I'll have to find out in Australia, but in America, yeah, as you've said, they've stopped it. So switch over to the GI Pro for the kids, and it will really get their immune system going. 70% of their immune system is in your gut. So the GI Pro will really get them, healthy and making sure they go to the toilet once a day. Yeah, that's a big thing. Some people don't do that and they think it's okay, and it's not.
I have a question.
So,
if it's on back order, do they then charge us another $12.50 for delivery?
No. Oh, God, no. No, they'll just send it out to you.
Good. Because there was 2 Mana Bears on order.
Yeah.
2 Mana Bears.
Yeah, we'll go onto the site in a minute and see what's going on.
Because I ordered a lot of stuff.
And would you, any more questions, Mary? Would you got?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I went on my back office today, and when you sign on, it shows you. Yeah, what'd you get?
2+.
Plus for me and plus for Nori. And he has that and the Mana Bears. I had that and the Mana Bears and something else, but I haven't got that either.
Your plus looks different than ours.
And the advanced Ambrotose. No, that's on back order. I know for a fact that's on back order. Advanced Ambrotose.
That's what it looks like. Where is it there?
Your plus?
Plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Oh, Ambrotose plus. No.
It's just called Plus. Can you see? It's just called Plus. That's
Hold
it.
on.
And it does have Ambrotose in it. That's why the word Ambrotose is on the bottle. Sorry, Nori, I'll move that in a minute. I just laid it on the table and walked away.
Because we've got all the same laptops, so we've got the same power play.
Oh, you've got a HP as well, yeah.
We need the movie to put the movies on.
The hard drive? Yeah.
Yeah, the hard drive for the movies done.
So yours is, yes.
It's a grey bottle.
Yeah, look, I've had a bottle in that shape as well. So they come in 2 different shapes, yeah. But it's all Plus. It's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing. So
Well, anyway,
yeah.
I went on my business, and you know where it says loyalty points?
Yes.
Mine says $50.
Oh, beautiful. You got $50 to spend next month. Next automatic order that you put in, when you put it in, change it to whatever you want, and then go to the one-time orders, click on loyalty points, and look, if you like, just let me know when you're going to do it and I'll come on and show you.
I'll let you do it.
Okay, but you cash in your loyalty points on the same page as you put in a one-time order, except there's a little box asking you, is this a loyalty points? And you click yes. And then it's got 2 questions. Do you want me to ship it now or ship it with your automatic order? You click with your automatic order, so you're not paying another $12.50. And then you go through and just pick what you want up to the value of $50. And it'll say up in the left-hand corner, like if you clicked on the plus, in Australia, it'd tell you you haven't got enough because they're $55 in Australia. But they're not in America, so you've probably got enough loyalty points to get a free
But
plus.
can't I just get that?
No.
$5.
If you haven't got enough, you can't use it.
Oh.
So if we've got $50, then we can cash in, we can choose a product up to $50.
So what if I get Man and Bears, which is 29, and I've still got money left over?
Yes, then the points the leftover points would be pushed into your next month. Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Yes,
Oh,
you
that's
don't
good.
lose.
So
Yeah,
you
you don't
do that,
lose them.
Nora?
You don't lose them.
So that's good.
So you don't lose them.
No, you don't. You don't have
that's
to
good.
use all your
Oh,
points.
okay.
I've built mine up to, there was one point there where I had $2,000
Wow.
of loyalty points.
Whoa.
And I went in and I had,
On products, right? You don't get that cashed out, right?
you cannot, no, it's not cash.
No, it's in
No,
products.
it's in
It's
products.
products.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
You might even be able to, I don't know. I don't know if you can. You
But
might
you
be
could-
able to use it on the, like you might get some Manatech books.
But if you're smart, you could also buy, as you say, books or brochures or whatever, or you can buy product and then sell that product at the retail price to whoever, and you've got it for free and you've just made yourself. So I might have got these for free for my loyalty points, and then I sell them to someone I've just made, $110.
I wouldn't do that. No, I understand why
But
you
you
would do
could.
that, but no, because you're taking, if you buy something and sell it to somebody else, then you're doing yourself out of an associate or a preferred customer.
Yes, but if the person wanted to just say try it once, then they could.
No,
No.
you still sign them up. They've got 90 days to try it. Get their money back if they don't like it. You're doing yourself out of a customer. So no, if they want it, then you sign them up and tell them it's not a contract. You can stop anytime you like. Would you like to try it? Sign them up. Yeah. There's only one lady at work who I actually give a Manor Bears to. I'll tell you that story later. It's a long one. But I use my loyalties. Yeah, sometimes I use my loyalties for Manor Bears so that I can literally give one away.
Right.
But I'm very choosy on who I give products away. They're expensive. You don't want to just give them away. Or when you have friends over for coffee, tip some out into a beautiful crystal thing and sit them on the table. And they'll be talking and without thinking about it, they'll pick one up and put it in their mouth. And they go, oh, that's nice. What's that? Conversation starter, So, yeah, that's what I use. I went and visited a friend in hospital who doesn't take Manatech at all, but I took him a Manor Bears. Things like that. You go and visit somebody who's elderly in a nursing home. Take a bottle of Manor Bears with you. That's what I use my loyalty points for, but sometimes I use it for products too. So, yeah, whatever you want. It's your loyalty points. You've built them up. You don't have to use them. You can build them up. You might want a free, like our Amber Toes Life is $199. So you might want to build it up till it's $200 and get a free one. So, I mean, that month your PV is going to drop, of course.
Oh, you don't get PV on that?
No, there's no PV on loyalties.
No.
So,
But it's always nice to have extras,
Yes, extras, exactly. So you might be having an awful stressful month right now. Like yesterday, I got my first subpoena. I've got to go to court. So maybe when I go to court, I want extra plus. So I'll take a few more that day and the day before and the day after. And, because plus is adjustable to your lifestyle. If you're sitting at home on a Sunday watching TV, don't take as many because you don't need as many. But then when I drop them off and I don't take them up for a few days, I start to notice the difference. So I take it back up. We've all got our own maintenance level. And when you find it, you tend to stay there, you know, so we're all different. But yeah, that's what your loyalty points. When you want to cash them in, let me know and we'll get on together and I'll show you. But it's easy. It's self-explanatory when you go into your one-time order area. Yeah.
Now the 500 points, is that just each month before we get a bonus?
That specific bonus, the builder's bonus, what did she call it? The yes, you got to maintain the 500 to keep getting that bonus. Yes. What was the name of that bonus with the 500 and the 2 associates? The business builders bonus? I can't remember the name of it.
The 500. Oh,
yes.
What Karen said.
The 500 and the 2 associates.
Yes. So what it is you sign up to two associates, and then
and with them and you,
with your
500
PV and their PV is 500 between the three of you.
And you get the bonus.
You get a bonus. I forget what it's called.
Business development bonus,
and it's 100 in Australia. It's 100 and something dollars.
Yeah.
Which is
$125.
Yeah, I was going to say 140 something, but it's 100.
Because I've got 400 and I just need 24 more points or 24 more PVs.
But I also need one more associate. You've only, yeah. So does Janine.
I'm working on it.
If my guy, when he signed up, he didn't order at the same time, and then he was going to order the next week, and then he put it off. If he had have ordered when he was going to order, and his partner put her order in, I would have made gold associate last month.
She would have jumped silver.
I would have just jumped a rank.
But if he buys today,
I had just under 800 PV between me and them.
We're going to have a conversation with him today. If he buys today, and Janine's other associate buys as well,
this month,
then she will be a silver associate. But if she jumps up to 750 PV, she'll be a gold associate.
Well, I thought you were silver.
Sorry?
No, she's got to have 2
active legs.
Now, she's got 2 legs.
I've got 3 legs.
She's got 3 legs, but only one is over 100 PV.
Oh, okay.
It's not active if it's under 100 PV.
It's got to be 100 plus to be active.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're both knocking on the door of silver associate.
So so if it had gone to plan for me last month, which we nearly had it in the bag,
we did.
I would have gone straight to gold associate, like just jumped like that, because I would have had just under 800 PV with between two legs, a third leg, and myself. And I have to be at 150 to qualify for that too.
Yeah. Yeah, your PV has to be 150. Yeah.
So I don't do any more than that because I don't want to be spending money willy-nilly. Otherwise, I'm defeating the purpose. Otherwise, you're buying your PV.
If you're really close to it, yeah, I do. I top it up.
But not if you're a long way off. It's not worth it. I mean, you can if that's what you want to desperately do. But I don't believe in doing that just to rank. I believe in building a business to rank. It's more stable. So this month, I'm planning to put in another 2 associates. So if I put in another 2 associates, I probably will. If it goes to plan this month for me, I should hit gold associate this month.
Oh, heck, you'll probably get platinum. What are you talking about?
And then to get to director, it's what is it? 1,500.
I can't remember. 750 for gold associate.
1,500, I think it is for director.
1,500, yes. 1,500 for director.
So I'm aiming to put in 2 more associates this month and 1 shopper. So that PV will then go through the ceiling. And Nori, my partner, is a leg, but at the moment we're strategizing. We're putting his order on with my order to keep me at 150.
Yeah. But you both made a small commission last month, and you know what? You should be proud of that, because I never did. Took me 6 months, I think, to get my very first little commission.
Yeah, and that was only 2 months for me last month. So this is my 3rd month in the business.
I know it was tiny.
At the same time.
But, you know, you think about it like you got your shipping for nothing, you know, with a little bit extra on the side. So,
well, I was surprised. I worked today at the chiropractor's, but then I came home and I had a 30-minute deep tissue here at the house. And this young lady has lost 130, 140 pounds. And last month she had the surgery on her back to get to remove excess skin and stuff. And so she had a 30-minute massage today on Saturday, Sunday of this week. I put that little display in my treatment room. I went and bought 2 aloe vera plants because I'm going to be using it for this weekend when I do my vending thing. And then I showed Judy.
Yeah, I showed Janine the picture.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
So I was out in the kitchen waiting for her to come out, and I thought, what in the world's taking her for so long? I mean, she didn't have that much on, to.
Yeah.
And so she comes out because I've got products in my treatment room.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are empty and some got a little bit in it. And I had the GI Pro in there.
You have your True Plenish in there. Did you keep the jar?
Actually, True Plenish I brought back out in the kitchen because I wanted to finish it up.
Oh,
But anyway,
sure.
But anyway, she comes out, she says, tell me about that GI Pro. I said, well, it's great stuff. I'm on it. And she says, well, I was looking at it. It's a probiotic and a prebiotic. And I said, yeah, it is. And she says she's on this keto diet, whatever. And they highly recommend a good quality prebiotic. I said, well, this is probably the best you're going to get. And so I sent her information. So I'm hoping.
Good.
I'm hoping she will buy. And I probably gave her too much information. I said, you can become an associate or you can become a preferred customer.
Yeah, I wouldn't have mentioned that, but that's all right. That's okay.
But
yeah. But when don't forget when you do sign people up with just one product that's well under the 100 PV, which means you're probably not going to get a lot out of it, don't worry. Because when they realise how good that one product is, then they will tell you the rest of their health issues and you can suggest a second product. So if she signs up just for the GI Pro, now I always tell people that the prebiotic is it just means that the bacteria in there is going to stay alive all the way through their gut. And it keeps the bacteria, the good bacteria, alive. And that's what makes GI Pro so good. So, yes, just that. I think I sent you a video from Dr. Nugent about GI Pro. It's very short. Yeah, I'd send that along to her. But when you are telling people about the products, I wouldn't mention how you can sign them up. That's for a later date. And it makes them feel like you're pulling them in for other things. Do you know what I mean? You're giving them more than they want. So, yeah, I wouldn't, yeah. When they sign up and they say, yes, I definitely want it, then say to them, okay, we've got 2 different ways you can do this.
It's really, usually I say to people when they say, how do I obtain these or how do I purchase these? Yeah. Then I say, there's 2 ways you may do it. You can either come in, you can sign in as a shopper to purchase them, or you can sign in and purchase them as an associate, which gives you a few extra benefits. And they say, what are they? So you basically say enough, but enough that they then say, oh, what's that? And if they don't, then you just offer it to them. And then I give them the choice. And if they say, oh, no, I said associate allows you to build the business if you want to. And sometimes you say that and that puts them off. Sometimes, and then they go, oh, no, I don't want to build the business. So that's fine. You don't have to. Then you're most happy, you're quite, able to be a preferred customer, or you can get the benefits of an associate, and then, down the track, if you're wanting to do that, you can, or you just get the benefits. It's up to you.
And sometimes, depending on the person, and I sort of feel them out beforehand, I will only tell them about the loyalties. I'll say, look, one way you can sign up and you'll get 10% back after 3 months. On your 4th month, you'll get 10% back of everything you've spent. And when you build up enough of those points, hey, freebies, woohoo. But if you sign up as an associate, in 9 months, you're going to be on 20% and you're going to get 20% back. even
I
better.
actually save them 10, 15, 20, and then they
Yeah.
go, oh, okay. And they say,
and eventually gets up to 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they say, so what's the difference? I've had, what's the difference between associate and preferred customer? Because customer, they know the word customer. And I said, well, one allows you to build a business if you want to, which does put some people off when you say the word build.
Yeah.
And then they say,
And
oh, no, I don't
business.
want to build. And I say, you don't have to build. You can just get the benefits of being an associate. But it gives those people who want to do that the option to then down the track. And some people do it straight away, and some people do it, in a year's time, or some people never do it. And that's the choice that you have.
See, I never bring up the business. I probably should, but I don't. The reason why is that because she had asked the same question, how do I get this? And I said, well, I will send you information and, and the price. And so in her email, I basically said, now you can become an associate, you can sign up as an associate in which you get benefits, and you can make up to 20% off the products that you purchase, or you can be just a preferred customer and get 10% off. And it's your choice. Both, the same price.
Yeah.
It's just,
That's perfect.
So
yep.
I didn't go into detail. It's just.
Yeah.
There's
no need to mention the business. No, there's no need to.
No. I even gave her a little, a slim, what do you call them, those little packets.
Yeah.
I had a few left. So I gave her one. I said, hey, take this home. Try it out. I think you'll like it. And, but anyway, yeah, I'm hoping
that's
great.
Perfect. That's great.
All I need to know. And then because you change your language depending on whom you're speaking to.
Yes, you do.
At the time. Like some people, are looking at a business. So then you wouldn't mention the business. Those who just want to purchase the product, start with purchasing the product, because then when they've been on it for 3 to 4 months, they might say, I'm really, really enjoying this, or I'm getting the real benefits, and say, that's great. And some people say, how do I, if I wanted to, sell this, how do I do that? Then you bring up the business.
Or you might even suggest in 3 or 4 months when they tell you how great they feel, you can say, well, how would you like to get it for nothing? Oh, really? How can I do that? Well, tell somebody you think needs it. If they want to try it as well, I will sign them up with you, and you will get a little commission from it.
Yeah. So you just keep it very simple.
Yeah,
it's
very simple.
The minute you start overcomplicating it or give them too much information, you scare them away.
You do.
You're better to say less is best. You're just better to say what you said in the email. That's really good.
Yeah, that was fun.
You're really much safer. Like she's looking at purchasing. She has not said words to you like, I want to build. She has not asked words along business. So do not do that. So that you've got to pick your people as you're listening to them. That's the skill we have to have, is listening. And if they say keywords like, oh, I'm really wanting to make some money, there's a key word for you to offer them something.
Yeah.
But if they don't say that and they're just wanting to purchase a product, then that's what you're doing, is you're selling them a product. And then you, in 3 or 4 months, say to them they could if they wanted to. But you've got to trust them out.
Sorry?
You got to listen to their pain.
Can you see that?
Look what Nori just brought over.
Aw.
Would you like one?
Hot.
Yeah.
Hot cross buns.
Hot cross bun. No, are you going to cook them?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did. He just hasn't put the butter on them yet.
That's not cooked.
No, they're not.
That one's not.
I want cooked.
These are cooked.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this client I did this afternoon, the one that's interested in the GI Pro,
Yeah.
I almost fell over in the massage room. We were talking, and
Thanks, Janine.
she asked me about something. Oh, I can't remember what. I think, she was asking me about the products. And I said, well, they're going very well. And she says, well, good on you. I said, my God, are you from Australia?
Good on ya.
And she says, no, never been. I said, well, my Australian friends always say good on you, and I didn't know what they meant.
Good on you.
Well, we say good on ya, not good on you.
Good on you. That's
Good on ya.
slang. I don't say good on ya. I say good on you.
A lot of people just shorten that to on ya. On ya, mate. On ya, mate.
Just like a shout.
That's Aussie. That's real Aussie.
That's Aussie slang.
We don't all speak like that.
Yeah, some of us are posh, you know.
Some of us actually do the Queen's
Born
English.
with a plum in our mouths.
No, we just educated to speak Queen's English. So we don't say g'day, mate. We say
G'day, mate.
hello, how are you?
Some of us say, hello, how are you? I say, g'day, mate.
I say hello, how are you?
I'll teach you while I'm here. Don't worry.
You better. Well, Judy says I say good day, mate, wrong. Or I say mate wrong.
Not for a Yank. I mean, an American. Sorry,
A Yankee Doodle.
a Yankee Doodle.
Say mate, let me hear you say it.
Say g'day, mate. Go on.
Good day, mate.
That's not too bad.
Very good.
That's passable.
Good.
We'll give
No,
you.
I said that's good.
We'll give you a pass for that one. Yeah.
All right.
Well, dear, we've got to go. Sorry, we've got to eat, and we've got to transfer a lot of files. So I'll have to do it the slow way with you. But I bought my hard drive with me so that I can.
Yeah, we're
give
transferring
Janine
files,
lots of files. So.
and we're getting things together so we can build this massive team.
Yes.
Oh, one last question. So I saw Karen's email about the compensation. Is that just Australia? Is that me too?
Look, I had a real quick look at it. Let me just have another look. Hold on. I've forgotten what it said. Freedom Team recording. She sent exciting Saturday morning call. No, it wasn't that.
No, it's about the comp plan to do a video.
Oh, yes, I did read that. Hang on.
Do what?
Do a video. Hang on. Oh.
I know I need a video too because I'm living on the other side of Australia, so I don't get any of those trainings. And when she said in the training that she was surprised how many people don't get the comp plan. Well, because you actually need to have it explained to you verbally.
More than once.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
It's not easy just to watch a video and go, oh yeah, I get that. And also everybody gets different things at different times. I think everybody needs to actually talk it through.
I saw that email. Now I can't find it. Hang on. The email said it.
No, you've got to learn the comp plan too, hon. I'm just going to build the business and I'm not going to stress about the comp plan.
No, if I really can't figure something out, I just ask somebody above me.
Exactly.
And they tell me. So
just go straight to the top and go, blah, 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 and then they should give you the information.
I don't stress about it either. So I can't always answer your questions. So I'll always get the answer for you, but I can't always answer
Look at them
myself.
as tools in your shed. They're there to help you.
In your library across the top, it says comp plan. You can go in there and have a look at it any time.
Well, I'm not talking. No, I know what the comp plan is.
Oh yeah.
But am I the only American person?
In my team, yeah.
At the moment,
Well,
until I sign up this man I'm after.
No, she's about to sign somebody up.
I'm going to grab this guy in America, hopefully. His name's Stephen. Stephen.
Oh, I know him.
No, you don't. Not this one.
Hey, I'm still working on Jennifer Pendleton. I haven't been talking to her for quite a while, actually, since our last training. But we're still interacting, so I've got to...
Oh, Jennifer.
Jennifer Pendleton.
Oh.
What did I say? Janine, did I?
No, I said Jennifer. I'm thinking, I know that name.
Jennifer
How do I know
Pendleton.
that name?
Her and I were doing the ClickFunnels training with Fernando and Brandy. You want jam on yours?
Sure.
We're being piglets. We're having hot cross buns in May.
That's okay.
Why not?
Because I bought heaps and froze them.
No, they're still selling.
I saw that.
Oh, they're still selling them in Australia, apparently, in Perth.
Everywhere.
Well, that's an Easter thing, right?
It is,
It's
yes.
Easter. If you want to look at my city, go on Google and type in Perth, Western Australia, and you'll see lots of pictures. It's a really pretty, we've got beautiful beaches and nice big river that goes into the city.
And lots of snakes too.
I
terrified
don't
of
see
snakes.
any snakes, and I've lived here my whole life. Well, I have seen, I saw one, but that was in Queensland. It was quite big. The man shouted at me, "Stop!" And I was like, "Oh my God!" Like across the path, I was, "Oh, back off, back off." But where we live in suburbia, they're around different areas, but where I'm living, like high density, there's not a lot of snakes because there's houses and people are running around and driving and crashing and banging, and they move on. They hide in bushes and near lakes.
Doesn't matter. I have dogs, I have noisy neighbors, and I still have, they're not poisonous, but at least I still have snakes, sir.
We have crocodiles up north too, and sharks.
No.
We have
Mary,
spiders.
I'm sorry, Mary, I can't find that email, mate. I'm sorry.
I'll send it to
Can
you.
you forward yours? Yeah, look, it was.
What
I saw
email's
it
that?
this morning. Karen sent out an email about making a video for a competition or something, wasn't it?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
And I read it quickly, and I might have accidentally deleted it because I've been going. I had 105 emails or something this morning to look at, and I cannot find it.
Well, I just wanted to know if that includes the US or if it's just an Aussie thing.
Aussie. Aussie. Not Aussie.
You say it your way. I'll say potato. You can say
Aussie.
It's like a Z, you
You
know.
don't say Aussie. It's
Aussie.
not. Yeah, it's not Os like S. It's pronounced like a Z. Oz.
well, it's not Oz.
She's going to say it her way, and we're going to say it our way.
But people won't
Judy
understand.
will say potato, and Janine will say potato.
No, I'll say potato.
She's got a plume in her mouth.
A plume.
She does
So
proper
it's the
English.
same as the Wizard of Oz.
She does proper English. She does.
Same as the Wizard of Oz.
Guess what?
You're
Hey,
mad and I'm not.
guess what?
You want jam?
Yes, please.
No, that's apricot, my favourite.
Yep.
What?
I just got an email from this guy I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
About the, okay. He says,
Yeah.
I think I'll try the +1. I'm not sure what the difference between that and the Prime 7, but the plus seems to be more known.
Beautiful. Yes.
Say great. Would you like to sign up?
Say
when do you want-
great.
Say when shall we sign up? When do you want to sign up? for?
Actually, tell him that's wonderful. Tell him how much the plus will be, including the tax or the shipping, whatever you call it. I think you call it a tax. And say, would you like me to order you one? And then leave it at that. But tell him how much it's going to cost with delivery.
I already did.
Yep. And say,
I'm
fine.
on it, Judy.
Yep.
I'm on it.
Oh, good on you. Hey, we're here to witness her. Oh, beautiful. You made my day.
Good on me.
Good on you, mate. Oh, no, congratulations. That's wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, too bad this wasn't in April, but oh well.
You know what? I've got a lady that's been on the plus and nothing else for 2 years, and she just told me she'll start a business with me.
Oh, there you
And
go.
she's never taken anything else but the plus.
That's not unusual.
Mind you, she's tried other things, but didn't have the money to keep going. She's very overweight. Thank you.
I've had people
She's
do that.
very overweight, and she doesn't like the True Plenish, so I'm trying to get her onto the Osoline, which is almost just as good, but it's not as greeny and it's smoother. And you can add more things to it, and it doesn't get really thick. I like the Osoline. I use that, and it works.
What's the name?
It's a fat loss.
Oh.
Similar to it was the first fat loss. True Plenish was the second one. So yeah, I'm dying to get her back onto that when she can afford it, which is why I said to her, hey, it's time you did a business with me, lady. You know, I've done all this training. She said, yes, I will.
It's a great time going to do fat loss.
Yeah.
Now that she's got good news, the next thing she has to learn is cooey, cobber.
Oh. No, he says now you've got to learn Kiwi.
Cooey.
Kiwi cobber.
Cooey cobber.
Kiwi cobber. That's what the bushmen do out in the bush, you know, when they're calling their mates.
They get lost.
Kiwi.
They go,
Kiwi.
she thinks we're mad.
Kiwi
The
cobber.
look on her face is like, oh my God, they've lost the
That's
plot.
when you're yelling for your mate. You go, Kiwi.
What group
Kiwi
have I
cobber.
signed into? I'm really concerned.
We're all mad here. Did you see my
The look on her face is like, oh.
my latest post on my personal page will tell you I'm insane. Go and read it.
I probably did. Which one?
Yeah, you need to send me a friend request, Mary, because I'm not sure what group I'm in, or where I'm following you, because I had 2 of you and now I've got.
We're going to close one of them.
I know,
We're
but
going to close.
I don't know if I'm following the right one. So can you send me a friend request on the one I'm meant to be following?
Sure.
Or am I
Pick
already
anyone you want.
No, you've got to pick the one you want to keep.
You got to pick the one that you want to keep. That's for me to follow.
Don't invite anybody else to your other page. We're closing it down. So pick
Okay.
one. And stop posting on it. Stop
Yeah,
posting.
don't post on it.
Well, somehow, when I post on one, it goes to the other.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, so I got to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, who was it? Somebody told me that it probably didn't work for you when you went to close it down because you interacted with it. When you choose to close one down,
you have to stay off Facebook for about a month.
Well, just that page, isn't it? She can still do her other pages.
Yes.
But if they're interacting, if she's posting on one and it's going on to the other one, how's that going to work?
I don't know.
It's not going to happen.
It's actually really hard to close down the pages. So my daughter just did it for my mum because she completely stuffed up. She was trying to be independent. She created all these new pages and we're like, oh, Mum, really? So my daughter's just gone in there and now she said, Mum, Nonna, you have to stay off the page.
You have to stay off it, yeah.
And it actually said to the 22nd of May, she's got to stay off it because it's got to give Facebook time to go through it and then.
Yeah, it's going to be a month of you not touching it at all.
You cannot touch the page because you can't open it, you can't do anything with it because Facebook will look at it and you've got to give them time to go through and allow them to process and delete your page. And if you're active on it, they're not going to do that.
So I got to figure out how I can take, because I think my two Facebook pages are shared.
Yeah, it
So if I
sounds
post
like it.
on one, it goes also
You've
to
got
the
them
other.
linked. You've linked them somehow.
Yeah. And I got to figure out how to unlink them.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's quite involved. I'm not sure how you do it. My daughter spent over nearly 2 hours doing it. It was really difficult.
Go onto YouTube and Google it, and there'll be a video on there that will take you through it step by step. I guarantee it.
I was also, I was thinking about doing a curiosity post.
Good.
And I was trying to get an easy way out and try to find somebody's that I could use as mine. And I wasted too much time doing that. Then I got thinking, maybe I'll do Instagram or maybe I'll do Twitter. And
I suggest you really work on Facebook first. Yeah,
you've got to master Facebook first.
So go onto the health and wellness page and pick somebody's testimonial. Mine's on there. Go on and search my name, and my testimonial will come up. And because I've put it on the health and wellness page, it may have Manatech on it. It may have the names of the products on it.
or you mean for Manatech on that health and wellness? Okay.
Yes, Manatech's Karen's health and wellness page. Take my testimonial and remove Manatech and the names of the products, and then put there this lady in my team shared with her something wonderful.
I don't want to say team. I'll probably just say my friend.
Oh,
My
yeah,
babe.
actually,
My
that's even better. Yes, no, that's fine. Yes, a good friend of mine had this wonderful breakthrough, and I just had to share it with you. And she's allowing me to share it with you. And then stick the testimonial on there. And don't put anything else. Don't put, if you want to find out how to do this, contact me. No. You want them to come and ask you.
Yeah, and you wouldn't go and take just anyone's photos either without asking them permission to share it publicly, because in that group it's private. So you can't really
you can use anybody's testimonial as long as they've given you permission to do it. And
correct.
I've asked people, I've said, oh, that's wonderful. Can I use it, please? I will remove names, but can I use it, please? And they've said, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So, but you can use mine anytime. Just take out the Manatech referrals. That's all. They must not be able to see
Anything Manatech.
anything Manatech. You want them to come and say to you, that story was wonderful. I have that problem. How did your friend solve it? Take them away onto Messenger. Just say, okay, I will PM you, and then go to Messenger and yeah, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
Okay.
Judy. It's the company I keep, mate. Sorry.
Hey, they're feeding you.
They're feeding me. Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
I give until it hurts, you know.
This is so much fun. Thank you.
It is.
Patty's your aunt.
Oh, no way we could get together and not bring you in. Geez,
What do
you're
you think about
well,
that?
three amigos, you know. Or is it the Three Stooges? I'm not sure. Okay.
Both.
Well, I need to change my name to Juanita. Janine, Judy, and
I like Struth. Hey, Struth. Struth.
Struth.
No, to a
I
J.
don't know what Struth is.
Sorry.
I'm slapping her under the table here saying,
She's
"Stop
hitting
it."
me. She's hitting me. Being abused.
No, I need to change my name to a J.
That's what she meant.
Judy
not
and Janine.
Struth.
Oh, yeah,
The
okay.
J team. It's going to be part of the J team.
Well, we could call you Justin, you know, just in case.
Just in case.
I'm Jolly. You're pretty jolly. We could call you Jolly.
Jan. Anything but Janice. I don't like Janice.
Oh, I've got a sister I can't stand.
We don't like Janice.
Yeah, we don't
No,
like
we
Janice
don't like
either.
Janice, do we, Tom?
I wouldn't
We
talk
don't
to you
like
now
Janice.
if you were Janice.
Talk to you.
I've got a J-Dog.
That's his ex-wife, J-Dog. Julie, he calls her J-Dog.
How about J-Lo?
J-Lo.
J-High.
J-Lo.
Or J-High. I already said J-High.
Well, the L-O kind of goes with my last name, you know. Lo Piccolo.
Oh,
J-Lo.
yeah, J-Lo, because La Piccolo.
Le Piccolo.
Hey, we could nickname you J-Lo, yeah, because
J-Lo.
your name starts with Lo. Hey,
Yeah.
okay, we'll do that.
JP Low.
She's J-Lo from now on.
JP Mo.
Who's the P? Are you being rude,
Yes,
Laurie?
he is.
Nora, you got to change your name too.
He's just called Nozboz.
Oh my God.
Nori as in Noz. Nozzy. Noz. Nozza. Nozza. The Nozboz.
Oh,
So what's on your agenda today?
Downloading a whole lot of files,
Thievery,
sorting out my
piracy.
computer,
The Australian way. Thievery and piracy.
and I believe
thieving and
Fernando-
thieving and piracy, the Australian way, the only way we know best.
Fernando wants me to help. I mean, he's only just shown me how to put his ClickFunnels on my site. Now he wants me to show Janine. If I get it right, I'll show you. And you can sell a book. The book is free, and it's
The
they
book's
pay for
free.
shipping only.
So he said $20. Is the shipping 20?
It cost me close to that. It was $12 or $15, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because it's coming from America. Don't forget.
Okay. Well,
So-
yeah, it's probably.
What? Janine, I thought you were doing the ClickFunnels, no?
I am actually, but I'm not. I'm paying for them. I'm just doing nothing with them.
Oh,
I'll slap her around later. Don't worry.
I'm just a bit
all
naughty.
right.
No, it was a bit hard because of my eyes. It's so hard for me. Like I was watching Judy now. If I was fully sighted, I can look around the screen and go click, click, click. For me, I have to go in and look, and I can only see a section at a time because I've only got tunnel vision, and within that tunnel vision, I've got blind spots. So, you know, and I have to use a magnifying glass, which is the size.
Every time she comes in, we see up her nose.
on the left. No, passing my magnifying glass to your left.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did. I did. You probably do. It's a terrible thing. I'm very aware of that.
I'm kidding.
You're so
I
naughty.
see it. I see it.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's my magnifying glass. I have to look through that right up close, Jude.
Oh
You
my
can't see
God.
from that far. And you're looking through your glasses. Oh my God, that's what you look like. Oh, so I have to
She
use
wears
that.
Coke bottles
I
on
have
her
to
eyes.
use that to read, and then
She could just look through the bottom of a Coke bottle, couldn't she? It'd be the same
they're
thing.
not Coke bottles. They're very modern compared to what they used to look like. They don't look like Coke bottles, do they?
No.
Right, I'm going to slap her again.
Here,
She's going to go home with a bruise.
I saw a leg.
I just slapped her again hard.
Lucky she's got a sense of humor.
So anyway, yeah, I was a bit lucky. Fernando did my funnels for me.
Aw.
He just built them for me, so they're sitting there. So that's why I'm not very impressed with myself because considering that I haven't done them, they're actually done. They're sitting there. I haven't done anything with them.
I'm about to pinch them off.
Because I actually don't know how to do them. I don't even know how to get to them to do them. So I need you to show me. I've got to get my ClickFunnels so I can just get to my ClickFunnels, and I've got to get my what's it called? Webinar. No, not webinar. Where we're paying that $19 a month for everything.
Oh, Aweber.
Aweber, yeah, Aweber. I have to have Aweber set up for me too, so I'm not even accessing that properly.
Wait till you see you've got to pay for ManyChat now, and that's
he told me
$10.
That. Yeah, he told me that $10 a month.
I just signed up for that.
Really?
And you wouldn't believe LifeVantage just sent me pro tandem and charged me for it. And I rang them yesterday and let them know just how I felt about it.
You cancelled it.
I did cancel it, but they only cancelled the eye serum. He didn't cancel the pro tandem at the same time. I said, well, he told me he was cancelling my entire order. Oh, well, and then he said to me,
you have control of, you should be able to do that yourself.
Well,
that's ridiculous.
Then he said to me, well, this is the last one we'll send you. I said, well, no, you're getting it back. So he gave me a number to put on the package when it arrives so that I can return it, and then they'll reimburse me the money.
That's what I don't like about that site is that you should be able to control what you're ordering and not. You shouldn't have to ring up and say, I want to take that off my order. And I mean, you should be able to do that yourself on a computer. That is
like you can with ManyChat, yes.
Absolutely makes me angry. I could do that on Amway as well. You can go in there and you can hold it, put it on hold for however long you want, or you can add, subtract. You don't have to ring anyone and speak to them. And nor do you have, and every time I did that, they would say, oh, is there any reason why you're doing that? And I'm like, yeah, because I damn well feel like it. Like, it's like, do I have to justify, well, because I'm actually going to pick my nose all month, or because I'm going to go and sit in Bali, or I'm going into hospital. Like, you don't have to justify your life to these stupid people on the other end of the phone.
And you know what else I don't like?
Really?
We've got an Australian number for LifeVantage Australia.
You still have to ring America.
But I rang on Monday thinking beautiful, and he said, no, we're closed. Ring us on Monday. So it takes you straight through to America. There's nobody here in Australia we can talk to.
No one.
Well, I told you that. There's a couple times you told me to call our customer service in Texas.
Yep.
And I get a recording, nobody's there. And I thought, well, it's like Tuesday. Where the hell is everybody?
Now, did you speak to Anita about that and ask her?
No.
Well, she's the person. She's Silver Presidential Director. She knows it all.
Right up there.
She's right up there. She's actually further up than Karen.
Yeah, I know.
Ask her any of those questions just to do with the US. Please ask her. She will help you straight away.
Yeah.
She may have her own number that gets you straight through, for all I know.
Well, just when I had asked her about should I put products out when I do my event this weekend, I mean, this was, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
She was even going to contact Manatech and have them send me empty containers.
Oh, wow.
And she says, when do you need them? I said, Anita, thank you. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. But then after today, after my client went into my massage room here at the house, and I had a couple of bottles and stuff, and my aloe vera plant. I thought, maybe I'll do the same thing this weekend on the table, because they always say when you're marketing, don't put the name of the company because they're going to go and look it up.
Exactly.
But this girl could have very well done the same thing. Could have gone on her phone. And so.
Yeah. No, good on you, mate. Go answer his email. And now that come out accidentally. Sorry.
Good on you, mate.
Go and reply to his email and sign him up today. Do it.
Well, it's kind of late. It's
sorry, I forgot the time. Yes.
Yeah, it's in the morning. Evening.
Oh, hang on.
What's it saying?
We're about to lose connection. I've got to go and pay for Zoom. Actually, no, we've only got two rooms. No, we've only got 2 rooms. If you remember when we've had Zooms with 3 people, it shuts down after 40 minutes.
Yes.
Because I haven't paid for it. So I will pay for it. That way we can have 3 ways.
How much is Zoom a month?
It's not cheap. It's $20 a month or something, $30 a month.
So it all adds up. Yeah.
So I'm just,
Oh, I thought it was more than that.
it's
That's
100 and something a year. Karen pays for the year, I think she said. But I will check into that. So when it's Karen, when I'm having a three-way with Karen, I get her Zoom room because she's already paid
yes,
for it.
Yes, that's
And I can have two people like you and us now for unlimited time. But if I was to bring in one more person, like Marshall or Lois, I'd have to pay for it or make it really short, 40 minutes, you know.
Well, that's a good way to train you to be quick, like keep on track and focus.
But then you don't know what questions they're going to be asking you, and you know.
But you shouldn't really need more than that, to be honest.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. You should be able to get through that quite
Karen
quickly.
puts aside an hour for every new person.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
she does. And our Zoom calls, Mary, with Karen, they've been an hour at least, haven't they? They've gone over.
We've gone way over an hour.
Yes.
But,
Okay, dear, we're going to have to go. We've got lots to do. It's lovely talking to you, and
great
congratulations.
talking to you. Good seeing you, Janine.
Yeah.
You too.
Send me a text, whatever. Tell me how you're doing with the fellow, with the GI Pro.
Actually, both of them I will. Yeah.
Both of them. Yes, please. We'll going to hear.
All righty.
Congrats.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.